what do you think about nuclear power, and what is your stand on drilling in the National Wildlife Refuge?
I support the idea that nuclear power is a good source for electricity generation because it is a less expensive and, in many ways, I think, cleaner and more environmentally friendly way. And I understand there's some real heartburn, I'm sure, in this room about that. But France is getting now 80% of its electric power generated from nuclear. We have a nuclear plant in my state, and I just believe that it's a part of the mix. It's not all of it. I believe that the long-term future is going to be in more natural production of wind and solar and biomass, things that we can reproduce and that are natural and sustainable. As far as drilling, long-term, I want to see us completely rid of all fossil fuels. And frankly, the sooner the better. In the short term, I would support drilling in areas that are environmentally safe, we know that we can protect. And we saw after Katrina that in the Gulf Shore, offshore rigs, they did not pose a hazard. The refineries posed some hazards when some of those were damaged severely by the hurricane. But even in the midst of a Category 5 hurricane, the offshore drilling was not disturbed and did not result in an environmental disaster. It is a short-term solution to help us get off the addiction to foreign oil. And my greatest goal right now is to end dependence on foreign sources of energy, particularly when those foreign sources are sources that are unfriendly toward us and can play with our economy in a way that we can't sustain before. And long-term, it is a national security issue with me. We cannot afford to be entangled in the internal affairs of every Middle Eastern country because their oil demands that we play their game. And the sooner that we make it so that their oil is no more valuable to us than their sand is, then frankly, we are a much freer and a much safer nation. And that ought to be one of our high priorities.